Unheard of.
Hello everybody, welcome back. Yes, it is Unheard of. We are missing your favorite boy ABG. He could not be with us, but I'll go ahead and tell you that the vaccine watch is still on. 7 weeks and counting, okay? Vaccine watch still going on. He still hasn't gotten it. 7 weeks. I just wanted to put that out there in case he's listening to this on Monday because we're still going to get on him for it. For always talking about the vaccine and he's being like the last one to not get it. So, sadly, we're missing him, but we've got somebody who's co-hosted the show before anyways with me. Ethan is right on the left of your screen if you are watching. And down below we've got old Colt and Drewby. So that's right, folks. We've got 4 of us here. It should still be a very entertaining show. And I just wanted to start off with saying that the week's been good. And how has yours been, guys? Starting with Ethan.
Dude, I mean, pretty good, man. You know, I can't complain. Finally listened to your guys' 1-year episode the other day. I got a lot of high praise on there, dude. It really brought a tear to a young man's eye. I really appreciated that. You guys really talked really good about me. Even Colton down there, dude, you gave me some compliments. I couldn't believe it. Even Jared gave me some compliments. My mortal enemy.
It's true. I hate him, but he's good
I hate
for the
you.
show. Well, I hate you. Dang, I hate you.
That's good, dude.
You want to hang out on Friday?
Yeah, dude, I'll fly out and come real quick.
Cool. Yeah, we Ethan's basically the next unofficial member of Unheard of since the Thought Police still MIA, but looks like there might be some good news there in the future. And yeah, we got right here down below on Colton, below my side of the screen. He's looking like he's joining the Fast and Furious family down there. How are you?
Be familiar. Hey man, I've been good. We'll be doing better if the Hawks would have won last night, but
well,
it is what it is.
By the time this releases, it'll be Monday. So when people hear you say that, we might have one on Sunday night.
No, we'll be 2-1. Well, it would be 2-1.
So, yeah, that's good, man. And what about Drewby with old Pete Griffin behind him?
Well, I just finished my last week at the beverage company known as KDP. I've left all those fools in the dust. I arrived, I raised hell, and I left. And I'm looking to greener and better pastures.
Man,
What is greener and better?
Tell them where you went, Drew.
Yeah, I was about to
Please.
say,
Drew, tell them where you went.
I went back to my old job.
Wait a minute. Hey, now, wait a minute. If you left your old job to go to KDP, why? Wait a minute. What's going on there?
You see, the pasture was green when I left, but they called and told me it's greener. So
Yeah.
I enjoy greener pastures.
So KDP just wasn't for you?
No, it wasn't for me.
Was it too much hard work?
It's for some people, but it's
Dude,
not
like
for
Colton.
everyone.
Colton's really good at it, dude.
Colton's. I mean, I trained with him for a couple of weeks, and more than one person told me that I was better at that job than Colton's.
Dang. Colin, you just gonna take that?
Go ahead.
Well, spit it out, you know?
I forgot what I was trying to say.
No, sorry, mine froze for whatever reason. Colin, you just gonna take that from Drew?
Yeah.
Oh, I remember now. Let's have a stock off, and you guys have to stock, and whoever does it better wins.
Listen, I can tell you if we have a stock off between me, Colton, and Arthur, I can't guarantee you who's going to come in first or second.
I know it won't be Arthur. I can tell you it won't be Arthur.
I can guarantee you who's going to be there until 8 o'clock talking, and that's Arthur Glass.
Dang. Eight takes a week off, and he's going to be listening to all this crap.
Dude, look, I swear, though, like, Arthur would be like, dude, I'm just getting finished. And it'll be like 7 o'clock. And I'm like, dude, you went in at like 5, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I'll tell
And
y'all
then
what.
Colton will be like, just getting off. And it's like 12. And I'm like, what the heck, dude? Like, what'd you even work?
Got off at 12 today.
See? Look, I called it.
Dang. And see, I'll tell y'all what, man. Since ABG's here, or not here, he's taking a beating. But I'm gonna go ahead and let the listeners know. We are gonna take 2 weeks off. So ABG has started his vacation early. So this show is going to be airing on Monday, the 28th of June. Now, so 2 weeks off, July 5th for the holiday, July 12th. We're coming back July 19th, folks. We're going to take a 2-week break. Just wanted to put it out there. After this show, the next one will air July 19th. So, wanted to put that out there. And, you know, aside from the fact that my boy is taking a beating from y'all, y'all talking about his work ethics.
No disrespect.
And, you know, I'm going to stick up for him because apparently you can take as long as you need in that job. So if my boy needs to stay there until 7 or 8, he's staying until 7.
It's nothing about his work ethic, dude, because obviously his work ethic must be crazy if he's getting all his work done. He's better than mine. I wouldn't be there for 13 hours.
He's a good worker, for sure.
I like seeing Colton just walk in from the background of that Fast and Furious picture. Like he came from the background.
That's true.
I'm gonna fade away for a second. Hang on.
So you know what? We've got a really good show for you guys, and I'm gonna go ahead and open it up with an interesting topic. My wife and I had a conversation earlier about the building collapsing in Miami, and that kind of brought on conversations about superstitions because that building was reported to have major structural damage back in 2018. So the fact that it collapsed now is pretty crazy, and I don't know how we got on it, but basically we're talking about superstitions, and I was talking about how last year I had a trip to San Antonio for work, and they wanted to fly me back home on 9/11, but and which wouldn't have been a problem. But my return flight was on United, and I don't know if anybody knows, but 2 of the planes out of the 4 that day were United, and the other 2 were American Airlines. And I don't know, I was really superstitious about it. I was like, no, I'll just fly home the next day. So I flew back on the 12th instead of the 11th because that's like a weird superstition for me.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a superstition, or maybe it's just like paranoia.
No, I mean, one of the worst days of my life was 9/11. That's actually the day I started my job at Walmart. So, you know, I agree that it's a pretty bad date.
What do y'all have against 9/11, huh? I'm getting married on 9/11 of this year.
Are you really?
Well,
yeah.
I mean, you always remember your anniversary.
Yeah.
That's fine.
I don't have anything against it. It's just that when they, like, I don't want to fly on 9/11. It's just a weird thing. I don't want to.
I get that.
So, I mean, what about you guys? You have any type of crazy superstitions that most people would probably think are insane?
When you asked this question, I was like thinking, and I was like, no, I don't have any superstitions because I think it's dumb. And then I realized I have a really dumb superstition. Because I like, ghost stories and paranormal BS. I just think it's fun. But there's like this creature, dude. See, I won't even say the name right now because if you say the name of the creature, dude, it summons it, and it's a Native American creature. But even if you go to like reservations in Nevada and you talk about it, they'll kick you off because it's such bad luck to talk about said creature. Name. I'm not gonna say the name because it'll summon it. If it comes to my house, I'm bringing it straight to yours, Colton. You live right down the road, huh?
Yeah.
Dang.
I believe it's called the Yinagoshi. So there you go. If I get haunted by it and it comes and eats my bones, I'm gonna eat your bones. But
Yeah,
stuff like that. Because look, I'm like, hey, Native Americans, hey, they were on some other stuff, bro. They know things that I don't know.
yeah, they've got some. They've got some
Can't hear you,
pretty.
Jared.
Really, y'all can't hear me?
Now we can.
Or now we can.
That's weird. Maybe my mic is messing up. Cause
It
I
definitely
didn't.
is.
Yeah, I didn't freeze at all or nothing. Yeah, that's really weird, man. I mean, I don't know. Native Americans, they've got some crazy stories, anyways. You know.
I mean, hey,
About
look,
their
I'm just
traditions
saying, if they'll kick you off the reservation for talking about it, hey, that's enough for me. I'm not trying to get kicked off the reservation.
Hey, no, fair enough. What about you boys down below?
Ruby?
As far as like ghosts and stuff like that is concerned. Oh, before I start getting back to Arthur, just wanted to let y'all see my background. This is actually Arthur hard at work.
Yeah, I received that photo as well.
So, I don't want to be the one to throw shade, but getting back to it, I don't test like the supernatural. So I'm not one to get excited about ghost hunting and like trying to summon things. So I tend to stay away from things like that just because I don't like to test death or mock it in some way. But I do have sports superstitions. I do have sports superstitions. Like every time I watch the Hawks, every time I don't wear this particular T-shirt, they tend to lose. So, as well as the Falcons, I got an old Matt Ryan T-shirt that's got about 13 holes in it that has actually been lost since the Super Bowl. But Brooke was cleaning out her dresser the other day, and it was found and recovered. So,
you know what that means?
It's not like it helped.
Let's go, baby!
I would have worn my Hawk shirt last night, but I accidentally spilled barbecue sauce all over it while I was cooking dinner. So I had to take it off. So I already knew what was going to happen. But it's currently in the washing machine right now. So it will be one for game 3 Sunday.
I mean, hey, what about you, Colt?
Hey, man, I don't know if I got any really superstitions per se, but before we play any game of basketball, I'll always say, and Drew can tell you, I was like, we're going 11, got to win by 2, go by 1s and 2s, go. Just like that, really fast.
Well, I'll tell y'all, it's not a superstition, I guess, but it's a weird fact about Colton. I don't think I ever want to sleep at his house. And here's why. Because he's comfortable there, right? Obviously, it's his home. When we were kids, the man sleepwalks, okay? So I'm telling you guys, not only did he one time come into our bedroom and pee all over the floor, that's just normal, okay? You wake him up, thought he was in the bathroom, except he was right in our bedroom, drops his pants, pees right all over the floor.
You don't wake up a sleepwalker, man. Come on now.
They might be on the floor.
And then there's 2 other times, man. One time, this was around a similar time, he woke up in the middle of the night, and it's always about the same time, like 1, 2 a.m. in the, whatever. And I thought he was just going to pee. But after about 5 minutes, he did not come back. So I was like, all right, let me go check on Colton, whatever. I literally walk down the hallway, and in the kitchen, I see Colton, and he is just holding a knife in his hand that he grabbed from like the silverware drawer. And I literally just did what I could to like take it from him and put it back. And I was like, Colton, go to sleep. But he just kept standing there. And man, I don't know. And obviously I think I've told this story before on another show where we were both living with our mom, and he wakes up about the same time, 1, 2 in the morning, and he just comes over to my side of the room, and he just starts hitting me while I'm in my bed. And I'm like, Colton, what are you doing? He's like, he told me to hit you. I'm like, I was like, well, he better tell you to go back to bed. Like, go to sleep. So I was like, who is he? But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I want to stay at Colton's house, guys. I don't know if I'd spend the night just because he's comfortable there, and we've already
Hey man,
had
I don't
these crazy
sleepwalk no
stories.
more.
How do you know? You're asleep.
Yeah, how do you know? Yeah, we need to get Chris and Brooke on here to answer that question.
Yeah. You need to put security cameras in your home, dude.
It's true.
She could tell some stories.
Probably. And you
I've
know,
never actually personally witnessed Colton sleepwalk, but when we were in high school, we used to stay at each other's house a lot. I have listened to him talk in his sleep a lot,
that's
like full-fledged conversations
I
with people that
probably still do
aren't even
that.
there.
yeah, that's pretty normal in our family. So literally, we were young once, and we lived in a neighborhood, and
Wow.
our mom was sleeping, and I know that she talks in her sleep, and she'll have a full conversation with you, just like myself and Colton. We'll all talk in our sleep, and me and Colton wanted to go hang out with friends and go to the woods, but I knew Mom wouldn't, agree to it if she was awake, so we just waited for her to go to sleep, and that way I was like, Mom, can we go out? And she's like, yeah, go, go, go. And so then when we got back and she was awake, she's like, where'd y'all go? I was like, you told us we could hang out. Like, so we went to go hang out with our friends. She's like, I did? I was like, yeah. I was like, was you sleeping? And I do the same thing. Tiff will tell you, I think she even posted about it on Facebook a few months ago, that I guess I'm just so in my dad zone now that she said one night I was literally reciting the whole book from memory. Oh, the Things You Can Think by Dr. Seuss. She was basically saying she was laying down, and then she could hear me start saying, you can think about red, you could think about pink, you could think up a horse. Oh, the things you can think.
The heck?
Yeah, apparently I talk in my sleep too. I've been told recently, which is I don't know. That unnerves me. I don't like that. I don't like the fact that I could be divulging my secrets and not even know it. But I
Yeah.
also recall this one time we had a sleepover at my home. It was when we were I was in 5th grade, right? I think it was for my birthday. And so we had a ton of people over. And my friends who came brought their younger brothers too. And one of them was asleep on the sofa, dead asleep. Let me lean back to represent that. And then out of nowhere, he Undertaker sits up with his eyes still closed and goes, I taught the chicken how to speak the ancient language of Chinese and Japanese, and then fell back down asleep. And we were like, is he serious? And his brother was like, no, yeah, he does that all the time.
Yeah. Yeah, man, I don't know. It's something in our family for sure, because I talk in my sleep all the time. Tiff will tell you. I'll have full conversations apparently. It's really weird. So, yeah, that was pretty cool. Everybody gets to somehow we moved from superstitious to sleep talking and sleepwalking. But that's just how it goes here on Unheard of. And
That's true.
Speaking of fun stories, we got old Drewby on here. He wants to talk about something that's been grinding his gears, and he changed his background just for it.
As soon as you said that.
He was ready for the segue. He was sitting there ready.
So the other day when I messaged you and I was like, I got to be on Unheard of, there's things that are grinding my gears. There's certain events that have now taken place to where this kind of sort of loses a little bit of steam, but at the same time it doesn't, because I feel like it's still very much so relevant. In my opinion, Trae Young is the greatest Hawk that has ever lived. Now in his young career, you can take that Dominique statue down in front of State Farm Arena, and you could put a picture of Ice Trae.
I agree and I disagree.
Some people might say that's a hot take.
Trae is the greatest Hawk ever.
Here's what I think.
I think
I agree with that, but I don't want to say it yet because he hasn't played his whole career yet. But I do think when it's all said and done, especially with where he's at right now, He will be the best Hawk of all time.
Look, man, I love me some Trae Young. I certainly do. I'm all about Ice Trae. And I agree that I think he's better than Dominique, and he'll certainly go down as the greatest Hawk. But this year's playoffs has been wild. And while I agree we definitely should have beaten the Knicks, and we gave it all we had against the Sixers because we just utilized Hack-a-Ben and demoralized them, if we win a title this year, I'll go ahead and say put a statue up of Trae Young. But,
for sure.
But
For
if
sure.
we don't, I'm going to say let's keep on going because I don't think we've even reached a finals since we were like the St. Louis Hawks back in 58. So it's obviously still a huge that was weird. Thought I saw something in the room. It's obviously
hell
still
no.
The Indians coming for you, Jared. The
Yeah,
Indians
you better.
coming for you.
Yeah. I'm sorry, brother. I've cursed you. I've cursed you to hell, dude. I'm sorry.
It seems like I get here, get off.
I didn't even tell you to say the name. That was Colton. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like he's going to be the greatest, and if he wins a title this year for us, he'll definitely go down as the greatest already. But it's really early, man. I mean, this is still his first career playoff stint, so we got a lot of Trae Young left to see.
How many Eastern Conference Finals did Dominique take the Hawks to?
None.
0, not one. Trae in his first year, he's averaging 29.5
All
with
right.
10 assists.
On
Not only is this our second trip to the finals with the 60-win team, Trae's done what that team and what Dominique couldn't do. He delivered a win in the Eastern Conference Finals.
That's true.
He's the fourth player in NBA history to have 30 and 10 in his playoff debut. Only 4 players have ever done it. He's one of them. He's the youngest ever to have 25 and 15 in a playoff game in the history of the NBA.
no,
The youngest to
I
ever do
think
it.
it was 25 and 18.
we all agree with that fact, all right? But we also
Trae
know,
is the greatest Hawk ever. Right now.
But here's the thing. We also know how Trae Young plays. It's very similar. I'm not saying he's James Harden because I think he's better than James Harden, especially in clutch moments.
James
But-
Harden's a bum.
No, just listen, man. All I'm saying is something about James Harden, he knows how to get to the free throw line. Trae Young knows how to get to the free throw line. But the committee in the NBA, they're about to change that rule next year. You can't just like do these weird movements and draw fouls out of nowhere next year. So I'm just saying, I think he's clutch anyways. He played like it in college. But the rules are about to change against players like him.
The rules changing to where you can draw, like if you pump fake and you get them in the air and you shoot, that's still a foul.
Yeah,
The
but
rules changing to where Trae can't jump into them.
Yeah.
Trae can't initiate the contact. That's what they're changing the rule to.
Yeah, they can't-
You can't
Which I
initiate the contact.
completely agree with.
Yeah,
I'm
Sure,
glad he's been
100%.
utilizing it since it's not a rule yet, but I completely agree with them changing that.
Yeah, because some players, man, they're just like, the ball will actually get stolen. Like the defender will pat the ball out of their hands, and they'll just like jump up and kick their legs out like they got fouled, and all of a sudden it's like a shooting foul. I'm like, what?
That's Joel Embiid.
That's a lot of players. It's not, but I'm saying like Trae Young is one of the players that really knows how to draw the fouls, and I agree, he's clutch and he's probably the best Hawk already, but I don't know. I want to see more. I mean, we're just witnessing like his first big playoff stint, and he's
He's already
he's killing
done
it.
more. He's already done more in his 3-year career than Dominique ever did for the city.
Well, let me tell you something, man.
Hmm.
We as Georgia fans want titles, okay? We're tired of this, okay? Don't pull our heartstrings. I want to see it happen. Let's let Trae get us to the chip and bring one home.
Isn't it funny how the NBA, they won't look good to like take the spot from LeBron? They basically have already given it to him, and he just doesn't get it done in the playoffs. And then here comes this 6'1", 175-pound balding star out of this town in Atlanta.
Why was that in quotation
Yeah,
marks?
he is balding.
I mean, see people talk about it, but I don't see it. I mean, he has a weird ass looking haircut.
Look at
but I
the
don't see
tippy
it.
top of his head, dude. It's a giant bald spot.
He already said he was balding. Like, literally in one of the post-press conferences of the game.
I don't
He was-
understand why he doesn't get a hair transplant or something.
Yeah.
Come on, you got the money.
He literally already said after they beat, like, Philly, man, he was like, look, man, I'm all for those chants. Like, oh, Trey's going bald. Oh, F you, Trey. I just love to live in the moment. Like, he's basically already confirmed himself that he's balding.
He don't need to confirm it to me. I've seen the back of his head.
Yeah.
And I think of people that are balding. I think of the dear host of Unheard of, Mr. Jared Evans. No, this ain't throwing a shot to you, but I mean, Trey don't have a luscious head of hair like the Gabagool fool, but I mean,
Hey,
But he
So-
could. He's got the money for it.
for one, I
That's true.
recognized I was balding like a few years ago. So,
that's balding right there. That is balding.
and
Trey's spinning.
I
Not balding,
typically
it's
like
spinning.
I typically like to keep my head clean shaven, but I've gotten lazy the past like couple weeks. But yeah, some people it starts from the middle. Other people, like basic white guys like me, it starts up here and then it just starts fading away. So Trey's got it in the middle first, and it's going away. Like, have you ever seen? I know you guys have seen it. Impractical Jokers, like Joe Gatto's hairline.
Gattos.
Gatto.
Like, he's literally got a big bald spot in the middle, but he's still got spikes up here.
Yeah, that's a weird ass looking haircut.
So, I mean, dude, I really thought you've been talking about grinding your gears, and I didn't think it lived up to the expectation. I thought it was going to be something like much bigger than just Trey Young is the greatest Hawk already.
I mean, I think a lot of people would say that was a hot take, though. I think that was a fine grinding your gears.
That's not really a hot take. It's literally Dominique and nobody else. Like,
Yeah.
it's not that hot of a take. Like I said, I
Like I said,
agree and I disagree.
What
I
about
want to see
Spud?
him
Yeah.
finish his career first, but I do think he is already.
Hey, we've had some great players. Okay, what about Mutombo? What about Spud?
What about him?
None of those guys
Do you remember the time we went to a Hawks game in high school, Jared? And we sat beside those two random guys, and we tried to convince them that Zaza Pachulia was your father.
Yeah.
And they kind of believed it, I think, was the weirdest part. They were like, "Oh yeah, really? That's kind of cool."
It's true. I mean, I had enough hair back then, you know.
Yeah.
To pass for it. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Hey, speaking of balding, okay, my hair started really going after we had Jaden. I don't know what happened, but
That's that stress, dog.
like as soon as we had him, balding like
Fatherhood.
right away.
Fatherhood took your manhood, huh?
I don't know, man. I'd say it's just in the genes because if anybody's seen mine and Colton's father, he also said that he was bald by the time he was like 26. So it's probably just in the genes.
Heck, no,
Colton's
dude.
lucky, but
I try to stay away from that, man.
yeah, me too mostly. But
So does Brandon.
so I mean, I don't know. I don't mind though because I think I look pretty decent, like bald and with a beard.
I'm glad
So-
you think that.
Thanks. The
Dang!
people that it
What?
matters to also think that. So
That's not what I heard.
Tell him, Jared. Tell him it got you that smoking hot wife of yours. Ain't that right?
well, I wasn't bald when I met her, so
Now she has no choice. She's
Yeah.
stuck.
when we got married, I wasn't balding yet. She's just stuck with me now. Well,
I was throwing some secret shade. I don't know if anybody picked that up or not.
I picked that up hard.
Thank
I picked
you.
it up as soon as you said it.
Thank you.
she likes the bald and beard look. So, is what it is, homies. But man, I don't know. Do you guys like the playoffs so far? Because I feel like it's been really entertaining.
I love it.
Would you say it's more entertaining because LeBron James isn't in it, or is it just because we're seeing a bunch of teams that have like really never been to the stage?
I think it's more entertaining because Atlanta's in it. I mean, let's be honest. When
For
your
us.
team is in it, you're gonna keep up with it.
But they're saying ratings are even higher than what they've normally been in the past like 5-6 years.
Well, me not being a
It's just because
basketballsman, I can tell you this much that I do know. Isn't it like the last 20 years the same like 6 teams have been in the finals, and now it's like there's a chance for some really different teams. So of course, when there's parity, people are going to keep up with it. Just like when they talk about adding 12 teams to the college football playoffs this year.
Man, I still don't think the 12-team playoff thing is a good idea.
Why not?
Because with the 4 playoff team, we're already seeing blowouts. Like literally,
I think 12 teams though gives somebody a chance to play spoiler. Not necessarily is it going to happen, but it could.
My idea.
No, it'll happen.
It's the
It'll
same
happen.
4
Look.
teams every year, anyways. Like add some more people in there.
No.
Here's
Colton,
what's gonna happen.
No, Colton.
Here's what's gonna happen.
You shut up.
Here's what's gonna happen. Let me tell you what's gonna happen.
You shut up, Colton. I'm going to tell you what it is. Okay.
My bad, Frankenstein.
Instead of 12, hey, I've played Frankenstein before, so shut your mouth. Hey, instead of 12 teams, I've always said it needs to go to 6 because the top 5 power conference teams are always complaining that their conference champions aren't getting in. You do the 5 power conference champions, and then you get the 1 wild card team.
I don't know. I like 12. I think it's just a good number, dude, and it gives us more football, baby.
Exactly. Number 1 reason, more football already. Number
More
2,
blowouts.
it's at first, yes,
No,
but give it a
No.
couple years,
Notre
and
Dame's
these
gonna
other
get in.
teams,
Notre Dame's gonna get
can
in every
recruit
year
people
and
by
get
saying,
blown
"Hey,
out.
we can make it to the college football playoff now." So the recruits are going to start going to other places than just Alabama, Clemson, and LSU.
Dude, recruits don't mean jack. Georgia has literally had like the number 1 recruiting class the past 3 years. We get stomped by Alabama.
Now you're about to get stopped by
I don't
Notre
want to talk
Dame.
about it. Well, no.
Give it a couple years.
It's more about coaching. Okay? And especially in college football, it's more about coaching. I think 12 teams, it's just asking for more blowouts.
Look, I think you give more people chances to get in, that gives more chances for somebody to get upset. That's what I'm saying. Does it necessarily mean it's going to happen? No. But it gives it the chance to happen.
The 12 seed ain't going to be the 1 seed. I'll tell you that right now.
I think it's excessive. I'd be comfortable with like a 6 to 8 team, but 12 is a bit much.
More football.
Do you think that the players now getting paid for their name and likeness, do you think that'll make them want to play harder, or do you think that they'll get lazy?
They'll probably get lazy because they don't want to hurt themselves before the NFL. They'll probably try to make more money.
Well, I would say, but it'll make those lower tier players work harder.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's what I was thinking.
True.
The good news about that case with the Supreme Court ruling that players should be paid is now we can hopefully get college football from EA on every team. Because I know some schools were opting out because of the whole paying your players debacle, and now the Supreme Court seems to have cleared that up.
I mean, I used to think they shouldn't get paid, but they make those schools so much money. I'm like, bring it on, dude. Give them a little bit of money. Why not?
I say it depends on your program, and I don't want this to come off as sexist because I already know it's going to sound that way.
Well, it's
Lord.
not sexist. I know what you're going to say.
I'm just saying football and basketball make a lot of money. No, because in NCAA, women's basketball makes a ton of money too.
Yeah.
I'm just talking about other sports.
Only 2 schools.
Yeah.
Only 2 schools.
Like volleyball, tennis. I think if you're going to be paid for your name, it has to come from that profit sharing for that program, right? So football players, basketball players, they're going to be able to make way more money than like a tennis player or golf player or whatever,
Because that program makes more money.
So.
Yeah.
No, I guess that came off okay.
There was literally nothing in there that was sexist.
No, what you was trying to go for is when people get upset about the WNBA players getting upset about not making enough money, but your viewership is like right here, and the NBA's is like right here. So there's no.
That's true.
Can't do nothing about it.
We had a conversation with that with Drew, and
We
ABG called both of us sexist because we basically just pointed out that ESPN doesn't talk about women's sports at all, And I was just saying that they need more like controversies because the most popular people in their sports, like Naomi Osaka, didn't want to speak up to the media. And I was like, literally, think about what they talk about on ESPN. If LeBron drops his shoe in a game, it's talked about. Like if he just looks at somebody a certain way, it's talked about. I think if you're like the most important people in those sports, especially women's sports, you need to like talk to the media and generate these type of storylines so they get talked about more and bring more profit.
Yeah.
I think that's what made like women's fighting in the UFC so entertaining was not only the fact that you were seeing women fighting for the first time, but you had fighters like Ronda Rousey who were also good like on the mic and was good at like stirring up controversy. That draws money.
Yeah.
That draws money.
Like it's literally like the South Park episode where like Randy Marsh is Lord and he doesn't want to do it anymore. And the company executive was like, dude, what you do doesn't matter. It's just if people talk about what you do.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know why, but that literally draws everything because ESPN, Fox Sports, whatever, they come up with the dumbest headlines for like football and basketball, but it gets talked about, which means those sports are making money like every day.
Right.
So, I mean, hey, it is what it is. So now we are going to shift, and I think the boys are all going to see Fast 9 real soon, and Colton is a part of the family down there, so I assume he wants to start talking about it.
Yeah, man. This is the 9th installment in this crazy franchise, and me and Arthur are gonna go see it tonight.
Nice.
Dude, I'm glad I got an invite, dude.
Yeah, I invited you yesterday at Walmart.
Yeah, no, I just didn't want to go see it.
Dude, so
Colton, tell them what your bold prediction is about it, eventually what they're going to do.
What'd I say? I don't remember.
Colton said that before the series is over, they're going to go to space.
they're already doing it.
Oh,
The
no, yeah,
previews have
yeah,
shown
yeah.
they're doing it.
Yeah, but I said that before that trailer came out. Like,
I mean, literally,
I didn't think they was gonna do it in Fast 9. That was really surprising. So
Me and Colton talked about this yesterday, dude. They're literally trying to get a Jurassic World and Fast and Furious crossover.
Yeah. Dude, Vin Diesel said that they're probably only going to make 2 more after this, or that he'll only be a part of 2 more. So, imagine it being Vin Diesel's last one, and he's just riding in a Mustang, and all of a sudden he's riding up the back of a freaking, like, T-Rex.
hey, and then he looks over and it's Chris Pratt's character from Jurassic World, and he's like, "There's always room for more family."
In that sphere, you know? Like Chris Pratt's riding in the sphere around Jurassic World.
I mean, it's weird to me that like, when did the first Fast and the Furious movie come out? Like 99?
I thought it was like
That
2000.
was long ago.
2001. Yeah,
Because
2001,
like,
because it's the 20th anniversary this year.
because like, think about it, dude. They made 8 Harry Potter movies in like 12 years, and it's taken them this long to make 9 Fast and Furious movies.
Well,
Yeah,
I was
the
thinking
last
about
one
that
came
the
out
other
in
day.
2017.
it's I've read I'm gonna be completely honest with all of you and my fans at Unheard of. I know there's not many of you that are a fan of me, but I'm just gonna be honest with you. I have not watched a single Fast and Furious movie.
No, I think I watched one when I was 5. I think the first one. My parents were watching it.
I stopped at Too Fast, Too Furious.
And so you see, apparently Vin Diesel and Paul Walker were not in the second and third one. They come back for like
No, Paul Walker was in the second one. Vin Diesel wasn't.
Oh, okay. But then
Neither one of them was in the third one though.
Gotcha. And then they started coming back. So I don't know if because they were looking at rebooting the franchise or something. So it's been taking like a long time until recently for them to be making all these films. And if we're being honest, Harry Potter basically had child slaves, so it was easy to get them to kind of do what they wanted to every year of shooting.
Yeah, I kind of thought about that too.
They had a timeline though. I mean, them kids were growing up real quick. So.
Yeah, they did. I mean, they had to get it shot, you know. But
It's kind of like Stranger Things right now.
Let me talk my shit, bro.
Season.
That's true. But yeah, Stranger Things is going to look really different when the new season comes back. Because, man, those kids are aging.
Mm-hmm.
As children tend to do.
Yeah, they
I
they tend to do that.
heard one of them's balding.
It might be. So I mean, I don't know. I'll tell you this: if there was ever a movie that wanted to get me interested in Fast and Furious, that Hobbs and Shaw trailer was really good. The trailer for that film was really good.
Let me go ahead and tell you that's the worst one. It was god awful.
I mean, I don't know. Like sometimes when you watch a trailer, you're like, "Oh man, that movie's gonna look really fun," you know. And that, I don't know why, but
It's funny. It's a funny movie.
Friends?
Yeah, it's a funny movie, but that movie just sucked. It was just terrible.
Well, this leads to a bigger question. Does it suck because of The Rock? Because I think he's one of the most overrated actors ever.
Ding, 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 ding.
It doesn't suck because of The Rock. It just sucks because they tried to change the franchise for no reason at all.
I'll tell you all this, man. The Rock's best work is in like the Game Plan, his old Disney film.
I was gonna say, it's like his first few movies are his best, dude.
That's
The Rundown. That was a pretty good one.
Yeah, that's as much acting as he's ever done. Like in all his other films, he's not even playing characters anymore.
He fought a giant gorilla.
Yeah.
There's like What? There was like a picture like a couple years ago. There was like 3 or 4 pictures, and it was like, this is Dwayne Johnson in like 3 or 4 different movies.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
And it all looked like it could have been the same movie.
And it all looked like it was the same movie.
In my opinion, them adding Dwayne to the cast of this movie was them acknowledging that it's just not a box office hit. So if they put him in there, his name alone would make people go see it. So they were reaching. That's my opinion.
They added him to the 5th movie.
To the 5th.
And that was I was gonna say Fast 5, but that's probably the best one in the franchise as of right now, unless Fast 9. But he's not even in Fast 9, so
I'm gonna tell you,
it's the first one he hasn't been in.
I used to love watching John Cena in the WWE.
But John Cena is.
But here's the thing. I think John Cena is a great comedic actor in Hollywood. Dude, he's got like perfect timing. He is hilarious.
Yeah, and, true.
Like that Suicide Squad trailer?
Yeah, the Suicide Squad trailer for one is really good, and he's in a few good films. He's in like Trainwreck. He's in one movie with like Amy Poehler and Tina Fey. I think that one's called Sisters. Either way, every time I've seen him in a comedy role, he nails it, dude. He's hilarious. But his action roles, I don't know, they seem kind of underwhelming to me. I don't think Fast
he's a poor man.
That good with him.
He's a poor man.
I'll say it, dude. The people don't want to say it, but I'll say it, dude. Everybody knows that the best wrestler turned actor is Dave Bautista by far.
Oh, yeah, I guess I'd agree. You know,
by far, because he's at least shown he has range.
Yeah,
he's done serious and it's done really well. Comedy and it's done really well.
He was really good in that Army of the Dead
Action and it's done really well. I think the man really wants to act is the thing, whereas The Rock and John Cena just kind of want to make money.
Yeah, dude, John Cena is literally in every commercial possible. Like
hefty.
Those Experian commercials or whatever with all the cows, and I just see John Cena walking up.
Ethan, you clearly haven't seen The Miz in any of the Marine movies.
You're right, dude. Am I missing out to see
the movies made by WWE?
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, I'd agree with that. Yeah, Dave Bautista, he's really good. He got into it really late, man. Like he's already in his 50s.
Yeah.
No, he's like in his mid-50s. He's like 58.
Yeah, I think he's like 50. Yeah.
That's why he's about to quit being Drax, man. He said it's difficult to keep a ripped body at his age. So, yeah. I mean, what do you think? Is it, Colton, are you anxious to see Fast 9? Do you think it's actually going to be decent?
Oh, yeah, man. I've been anxious for 4 years, man.
Dang. And I don't know why, and this may sound morbid. I hope it doesn't. but it may sound morbid. I'm honestly starting to believe that Vin Diesel just keeps bringing up Paul Walker's name just so people will flock to see the movie now. Like he keeps
Hey,
saying,
can I tell y'all something?
he keeps saying like this one's for Paul, this one's by Paul. We did this one for
Everyone,
Paul.
dude, every single one he says that. Yo,
Can I
he's
tell
a
y'all
freak, dude.
I
Yeah.
accidentally sent a spoiler, but I'd heard rumors about it like a couple months ago. That but I seen it earlier today that there's a post credit scene and Paul Walker's back.
Like, how is that possible? He's literally dead, dude. They conjure his ghost and like let him drive a Casper
I
car.
don't know how. I don't know
Well,
how, but his character's back at least.
They say in that last scene that you see in the Fast film where it's his character's exit and he just looks over at Vin Diesel. That's actually his brother, and they kind of digitize his face to make it look like Paul.
Yeah, you can tell it's digitized a lot.
Yeah. So, I don't know, man. I don't want to come off as morbid, rest in peace, Paul Walker, but I'm pretty sure Vin Diesel is just dropping his name in all these interviews just so people will come see the movies now.
He's like, that's my brother. My brother, Paul.
He's like, if you guys miss Paul Walker, you're going to love this film.
If you guys miss Paul Walker, you're going to love Fast 9.
That was a horrible joke. I shouldn't have said that, but I thought it was
I
funny.
thought it was funny.
So, yeah, I mean, are you a Fast fan too, Drew?
Absolutely not. I have
I
nothing
actually
to
used to be a
contribute.
Fast hater.
So the
I have
only
nothing
Fast fan here is
positively-
Colton.
I have nothing positively to contribute to this conversation.
Well, neither do I.
Neither do I.
I'm just kind of running with it. Like I said, I have not seen a single film. I'm just talking about Vin Diesel and Paul Walker at this point.
What is a Tokyo Drift?
That was the second one, right?
There's a third one.
Third. Oh yeah, because the second one was called like Too Fast, Too Furious, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Cool. All right, boys. Well, I know it's a fan favorite, and everybody loves it. We got 4 people on the show today, so we are going to bring back a little bit of that Psych. And I'm going to share my screen, and we will get started. So, what we're playing today is Movie Bluff. We are going to have titles pop up on the screen, and each one of us is going to come up with a fake plot. And basically, the person whose plot gets picked the most and psychs other people wins. Dang, excuse you. And,
I was literally in the emergency room the other night. Screw you.
We don't care. We don't care. So,
I care, dude.
We'll get into that later.
Thanks, all.
And here we go. I'm going to start the game.
All right.
All right. So, the Bluebird. And we each come up with a 1-sentence fake plot for the real movie title. All right. Me and Colt are locked in, waiting on Drew B and Ethy.
I've been locked in.
Here we go. Okay, so here are our answers. We have the dip a couple of redbirds in blue dye.
I don't think that's it.
I'm going to assume they meant to say they dip. Okay, second one. We have a bird. It's blue. Not like the dog. It's a bird. The third one is a bird is very depressed. Fourth one, a member of the mafia begins snitching to the FBI under the alias the Blue Bird. And the last one, a pair of children are led by a fairy on a magical quest for the Blue Bird of happiness. So now we'll lock in our answers. Oh my Jesus Christ!
Ethan
Man.
got me.
Ethan got me too. That title was so, or that plot seemed legit.
Well, I for one was
It
correct.
really did. So I put a funny answer. I didn't know we were supposed to put actually close to real answers.
Dude, I'm I'm kind of putting funny answers too, but I'm hoping it lines up.
I just
funny answers. Okay.
I always put a serious answer because I like to win. I just like to be a winner.
Dang. So the real answer was picked twice. Ethan's answer was picked twice. So here we
I
go.
I cannot spell, so my answer was not picked at all.
So here we go.
Oh,
Zaturna the movie. All right, my answer is submitted.
This is a fun game. I like this. This is.
It's really good for podcast. We we all get to interact and have a good time. Dun, 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 dun. Oh no. I'm going to get demonetized.
Oh God.
So, here's our answers. We've got, in this animated feature, an alien lands in France to take back cheese to his planet. Kind of like the Zohan, except without Adam Sandler. A man eats a pink rock that turns him into a beautiful superheroine whenever he wants. The Rock leads a young group of high school students on a quest to discover who they really are. That one is probably Drew's because they put a period after quest. The sentence isn't even finished. Like, come on. I know it's not Ethan. He's an English major. A young Indian boy finds a bag of rare coins belonging to a dealer and keeps it for himself.
Entertain me, Jared.
God, man, that title is just so weird. I know The Rock was probably in nothing like this. So
He probably was, dude.
I'm going to take him out of there.
In one life.
No, God!
Hey, I got it.
I got it too. Let's go.
Here we go. I didn't psych anybody again. Man, I really like my psych picture this time. Somebody please pick my answer.
I psyched. Who
Somebody
did I
picked
psych?
mine. Ain't nobody picked mine. Who picked mine?
Somebody psyched. Well, okay. Yeah.
Colton got
Somebody
me.
picked mine.
Well,
You like
that's
that,
weird.
dude?
So,
Yeah, it was a nice picture.
if
So
me
then I
and
got
Ethan got
Colton.
it, and Colton picked yours, then Drew picked Ethan's.
No, I picked Ethan's.
Okay. Here we go.
The animated feature just starting out like that got me.
Movie Bluff. Danny Deck Chair. Danny Deck Chair. This is a real movie title. All right.
These are a bunch of movies I've literally never heard of.
Well, I think that's the idea.
I was said that's the point.
That way we can just come
No,
up
like
with
that.
the craziest plots.
I'm really starting to debate if that second movie is an actual movie or not.
Zaza's, whatever. We should look it up. All right. Now we got our answers popping up. We're going to pick the real one. So, Follow Danny Deckchair as he goes about his normal day. An aspiring stuntman ties helium balloons to his deck chair and flies into the atmosphere above the city. A young boy has to journey to his father's past to find out more about his family roots. A man finds himself in between two lovers who both think that he's a repairman when he is really just a plumber. And the final one, a truck driver who is bored with his life decides to escape by trying helium-filled balloons to his deck chair and floating away. Okay, so this is really weird because two of these answers are very similar. The stuntman who ties helium balloons to his deck and flies into the atmosphere, and a truck driver who is bored with his life. This is
I don't know.
This is
I just
weird.
picked. Waiting on you, J-Ray.
Y'all are waiting on me? Oh man. Here we go. Dang it! Crap!
I got it.
You picked mine.
Yeah. I got again. By Ethan.
Let's go.
Hey, I finally psyched somebody.
You got
Drewby.
me, you fool.
Dang. Ethan took a big lead.
Did you like that psych face, Drewby?
I did.
Just wait till you see mine, Jared.
Dude, my psych face is Scott Pilgrim when he gets
Yeah.
stabbed in the heart. He's just like, ah. All right, here we go. Next one. Ethan's leading pretty big. He's got 10. Some of us have 3, and others have less. So now this movie title is Goodia, or Gudja, or Gudia, or Judia, or Judia. I don't know. I just want to say it all those ways so I know I got it correct. Man, everybody's not talking at all. I'm really going to put in some background music during this part.
But like elevator music. What do you think, man?
Why don't you can just cut when we're typing everything in.
That's a lot of cutting.
That is a lot of cutting, but
7 rounds.
you can do it. You're a smart boy.
I mean, I can do
You
it, but I
got
don't
it.
want to. All right, we waiting.
I mean, we're all trying to think because we're like, what the hell is a Goodia?
Bro, I cannot see Colton's face at all. He's like,
He's
down
like
there.
so down low. You just see his like it cuts off half of his eyes.
My bad.
Here we go. So, for the plots, we've got an Italian prostitute runs away to France after falling for a French client she only met with for one night. The Rock and John Cena team up in this raunchy comedy about two muscleheads who just can't stop lifting. Okay, I think you're confusing John Cena with Mark Wahlberg, and that's Pain and Gain.
True.
A young Indian lady by the name of Guja begins to find herself in music as she aspires to become the next best thing in orchestras. Okay. Bollywood film about a ventriloquist who loses his voice and asks his student to take control of his talking doll for the show. Wow, that sounds like a 30-minute plot for a whole movie. This feature film is a documentary about the country that found its roots by mass-producing cheese to the world. Now that's an interesting answer because Gujia could be an ingredient in something.
I feel like that's a play off Gouda.
I was about to say.
Here we go.
I guess it could be an ingredient in something. I don't know.
And I gotta be honest with you guys, the Bollywood film about a ventriloquist, I'm not buying it, but I also don't know how long Bollywood films are. So let's just see.
I know they have a
see
lot
what
of singing
happens.
and dancing.
Jesus Christ, man.
I was correct.
Ethan
Let's
keeps
go.
getting
Hell
me.
no.
Was it a Bollywood film?
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
my god. This is some bull crap, man.
I didn't psych anybody.
I psyched you and Drew, dude.
Man, Ethan's about to run away with this one. Alright,
No, dude, I'm jumping, dude.
he's got
God,
14.
mine was about the feature film. It was a play on Gouda.
Here we go. Alright. Greedy guts. I'll show you some greedy guts. I'm gonna tell you, I thought of a plot really quick with that one.
Wow.
I don't know, greedy guts? There's just so many possibilities. Giving our viewers a show now. Ooh.
Ew. I'm disgusted by what I saw when I looked up.
Y'all want to see me dancing around the skyline of Atlanta? Ooh. Bam. Ooh, look at this sky wheel. Right in the palm of my hand.
I don't like it. I don't like it.
Alright. Waiting on Colt.
Hey, chill.
Come on, Colt. Let's go.
He's probably got somebody Googling the movie for me so he can run out what it is.
Here
No.
we go. Alright. Here we go. The plots for Greedy Guts.
I like how one of them's not even a plot. One of them is...
A married couple adopts a piece of carved wood in the backyard as their child, which comes to life and becomes evil. A man finds himself in a world of trouble after a money grab goes awry. Join Ben Stiller and Owen Wilson in this outrageous comedy.
Who keeps name dropping people?
It's just one line. It's not even an actual plot.
And this outrageous comedy.
A baby swallows a coin worth $100,000 while being babysat by his uncle. A normal man inherits a fortune and becomes a different person. Jesus Christ. Join Ben Stiller and Owen Wilson in this outrageous comedy.
I want to pick that just because it's stupid.
Oh, Lordy. You have to go. Definitely picked the wrong one on this one.
Come on, boys.
Oh!
Hey, what-
Never
I
mind. I,
got
picked
it.
the right one.
Colton.
I thought that
that's
was a
some
little bit.
bullcrap,
too-
man. Your psych face is my face?
Yo, Colton, I literally made my psych face Jared's face too, but then I changed it.
Oh, come on, man.
Yeah, that's hilarious because you guys know my screen is the one that's going on the YouTube. So the real answer was a married couple adopts a piece of carved wood in the backyard as their child, which comes to life and that plot is just insane. I thought
I knew
no
it. It was
way.
way too creative for
Yeah,
one
that's
of
what I
us to
thought
have
too.
written it. That's what I
Yeah.
was thinking.
So Ethan's winning big, 17. Colton's got 8, and me and Drew have 3 and 2. So yeah, me and Drew aren't gonna win. Here we go. That's the name of this title. Trick, please.
Yeah, dude. Find me at your local party. Yes, I crank it every day. That's what Soldier Boy said. Dude, I knew what this movie was about, dude. I watched it the other day on Netflix. Just kidding, guys. I don't even watch movies. I've been watching The Sopranos, and that's it.
You want me to tell you how it ends?
I know how it ends.
All right.
Are you gonna go watch the new one when it comes out in
That
August or
new
whatever?
little movie or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll watch it.
What's it called? The Many
Many
Saints of
Saints of
Newark. Or
Newark.
something? Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
True. All right,
But
Cole,
yeah, I've
waiting
never
on
watched
you,
it
bro.
before, but it's pretty good. It's pretty good so far. So far, so good.
Here we go.
Uh-oh.
Here's the plots. One woman's constant association with disassociating people from her life will now come back to bite her when a certain reappearance comes into her life. Second one, a documentary about the science behind flatulence. Okay? A world where everyone mocks each other by saying pfft and always ends in a fight to the death. A sequel to Ed Bassmaster's hit internet show Psh. A couple gets divorced but find that they miss each other and dance the mambo. Okay.
Oh.
You know what? I'm gonna go all out. Jesus
Oh
Christ.
no!
Oh, wow. I got by Jared.
I got by Drew, man.
That would have got mine. Dang.
Dang, I psyched Colton
Dang,
and
Ethan
Ethan,
shit.
bro.
Dude, that was so good.
I really came up with like a.
That was
a
good,
one.
dude. That was so long. I was like, there's no way one of us wrote this out.
The right one did not get picked. It was a couple gets divorced, but finally they miss each other and dance the mambo. What the heck?
That didn't even make sense. I was like, what the heck?
I'm really about to start looking up some of these movies, man, because these plots are insane. These got to be like some crazy indie films. All right, so we're going into the last round. Ethan's got a pretty big lead with 18. Colt's got 8. I've got 5. Drew's got 3. Here we go. El Santos versus La Tetona Mendoza.
Whoa.
Bam, 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 bam. Okay, boys. Hurry up. This one's about to be shut off. Let's at least get our final answers. The last one. For all of the marbles. Waiting on Colt again. As he is always the last one to submit.
He's Googling what the answers are, man.
No, if I was Googling what the answers were, I'd have won.
You're not a good Googler.
You're not a good Googler. Alright, here we go. El Santos versus Antonio Mendoza. In this Mexican wrestling classic, El Santos take on... Well, that's already wrong because it should be takes on, not take on.
El Santos means the Saints.
The corrupt La Tetona Mendoza from becoming mayor of Mexico City. On the streets of Mexico City, a pair of street gangs fight for control of the criminal empire. A sad fighter starts a business that exploits a recent zombie invasion to forget his breakup with a sexy wrestler. A young boy aspires to be a wrestler his whole life and finally achieves it and has to fight the man that killed his father before he was born. This movie tells the story of boxers Oscar El Santos and Ricky La Tetona Mendoza as they fight their inner demons as well as each other in the ring.
That last one feels like an Ethan answer.
Here we go. Here we go. What's it gonna
Now we
be?
have less than a minute.
Come on, Colt. Pick.
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
I was
Colton.
Dang!
Dang. So the real one was a sad fighter starts a business that exploits a recent zombie invasion to forget his breakup with a sexy wrestler. So, yeah, I was able to psych Drew. So Colton appeared to psych somebody else too. And it appears that the final score is Ethy at 20, the undefeated Gabagool Fool. Colt
Hey, let's go.
came in second at 11, myself third and 6th, and Drew at 3 in last. So, as always, I suck at this game, and bam, the final result, Ethy winning. You'll see his nice little confetti on the screen, and man, what a match. What a match.
Hey, man, I really like Psych. It'd be a good game just to play chilling at a party. Just
I was
chilling.
gonna say, dude, like, yeah, I think I could see that.
It's really funny.
It's true.
You guys want to support Ellen DeGeneres that much, huh?
Well, it's a fun game.
Look, if it wasn't fun, dude, I wouldn't have to support it.
I mean,
That's true.
people get away with a lot of things if they make good products. So, yeah, man, that was another good, fun game. I personally love the ones where we take personal digs at each other and talk about answers about other people. Especially like last ones with Colton's, where we just came up with names about our friends and everything. So, it was a good one, boys. It was a good one. And we already know this is going to be a long show, but like we said, wanted to keep it a nice, great one for you all since we're about to go on a big 2-week break. And with that being said, I'm going to start to wind it down. So, Colt, you got any closing thoughts?
Hey, man. All that matters is family. And there's always room for family.
All right. And Drewby.
Don't be afraid to move forward in life, even if it means moving backwards and going to your old job.
You know what? That's why you always turn in a second notice. Or a 2-week notice, sorry. Sorry, folks.
Yes.
You always turn in a 2-week notice so you don't burn a bridge. Never just quit a job. Unless you really hate it and you never want to go back. But,
Like charter, bump charter.
hey,
What's wrong with Charter, man? My brother works there.
yeah.
I ain't saying nothing about your brother, but the management there sucks.
My brother's name is Charter, so what's your problem, man?
He's
Well,
probably been there long enough. And with all that, what are your closing thoughts, Ethan?
my closing thoughts are: don't say the name of any Native American demons and or spirits out loud, or they will come haunt you. Jared has literally seen one in his home already, and it was just because he heard me say it. Thank you.
What was her name?
Colton.
It's true.
Colton Evans.
I want to Google it for some research. What was the name again? I'm going to write it down.
Baba Yaga.
I will not be saying it. Yeah, Baba Yaga.
But I mean, hey, if I had any closing thoughts, Arthur said he wanted to get rid of it because it's been over a year now, but I'm going to go ahead and say it again. If you're not vaccinated, continue to wear that mask. ABG. 7 weeks.
That's towards you, Arthur.
You know what? I don't know if anybody actually watched the podcast last week or the promo, but I really like my new vaccine watch.
Yeah.
I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah, I like that.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't watch it.
That's cool. But honestly, closing thoughts. We're going to be leaving you all for 2 weeks, so we want you to have fun, enjoy your July 4th holidays, have a great time with the family, and I don't know. I feel like I should have something bigger, but I don't. I'm just trying to keep it all positive. So that's basically my spiel. Hope you all enjoyed the show. And as always, we love you, we hear you, and we hope you hear us. Here at Unheard of.
And as always, I'm Arthur.
And I'm Jared, and you just listened to
Unheard of.